Legend of Zelda, Daddy Sim, I mean Tears of the Kingdom is the greatest game ever made since sliced bread, or wherever that saying goes. At least that's what everyone else is saying. The perfect game to ever exist in our era of mediocrity. I mean, we lowly peasants would love to play the game, but unfortunately we live in the dark timeline, the Weasel timeline. A timeline where it costs more just to breathe, where if you blink for a millisecond, the gas went up 20 cents. A timeline where we're now paying more to playtest a game than it did to actually enjoy one. It was hard enough to get a $60 game before, now they want us to pay $70 for this? Luckily, Tears of the Kingdom seems to not be on that same boat. But if every new AAA game is gonna cost this much money, they might as well be the ambrosia of gaming, and not feel like we're playing those stupid $5 Xbox 360 bootleg games back in the day. But the short form of what I'm saying is, I'm poor as f***, and do you know what poor as f*** people do when we can't get a game? That's right! We play cringy-ass fan games instead! So, after spending literally 3 hours on Game Jolt looking for games that didn't immediately implode my PC with viruses, I would discover 8 games that I wanted to make a video simply because I was just bored, and because I suffered wasting my time with these, so can you! I also could run this under the excuse of looking out for some Trojan malware bullshit, but I assure you, I've developed a 4th dimensional disease while playing these games. I've ascended a plane above our mortal realm and then descended 3 below. Some of these are trolls, others are just cringy test games, and the rest just exist to actively lower my IQ for simply downloading them. And to show you what I mean, I'm gonna show you the first game I decided to play. Legend of Zelda, Return of Tingle is, there goes my lovely eardrums. This is an obvious troll game. Besides being bombarded by good old classic loud music and your enemies being Navi screaming, "Hello, Navi." Oh, you hurt? Oh my god! The entire objective is, kill Tingle, I think? But in order to do that, we must collect 100 rupees to satisfy our god. And honestly, I actually enjoyed this one the most. Besides that it just plays like the original game, it was the only one where the gameplay didn't make me want to castrate myself. And even the game had me laugh a few times. Wait, what is happening? Granted, this game did give me a massive headache after some time with the overlapping sounds of Navi as they multiply more and more. The constant death with my own laser beams because the explosion they made were the size of the Milky Way galaxy. Including when you're like surrounded by Navis and they like get inside you. You have a chance of collecting a heart in the time frame you kill them and accidentally blow yourself up because of it. This is an obvious f*** game made to scream and annoy you because it's funny. But what does this all lead to? What mysteries does this game lie in? Well, once you collect all the 100 rupees, thankfully all the Navis go away, and you go to open the doorway to hopefully face Tingle. There's no Tingle here, what the fuck? Oh! Oh, Tingle! Wait. You come face to face with a god himself, and you must strike him down before you blow yourself up again. Considering everything, I genuinely thought it would have been more of an annoyance to fight Tingle. Tingle moves like he's a dying car engine on slow-mo. I mean, the environments are a lot more dangerous than he was. The damn walls have a better KD than Tingle and me combined. Fighting Tingle until you accidentally slam an explosion in your face sure is fun. The only attacks Tingle has is just shooting green Navis every few seconds while he takes up more than half the screen. Honestly, I just ran to a part in the map the furthest from a wall and just started spamming explosions until he died. Once the evil god has been vanquished, this happens. Oh! Wait, what happened? Yay! We're the winner!
Olet viineri. No,
oh.
Ei mitään fanfaareja tai...
I don't know what he's saying.
Tulee vaan 1-vuotiaan lapsen editoima teksti, että olet voittanut.
Let's go! Yeah, I can't read that. But overall, I would say I did enjoy this one for what it was. It might have to do with me enjoying this type of goblin humor, or that I get that it was a joke and that it at least ran well. I mean, it's just the original game made into a joke. So far as a fan game, I would rank this 3 out of 5 Ganons. Seeing out that I started out with one that I actually kind of enjoyed, I actually had high hopes for the rest I'm about to play. Cat Venture! If this game looks anything similar to the title screen, I can say this is seemingly likely to be a much better experience. Alright. Okay, never mind. So this game is a game for Game Jam, and it's easy to tell with how extremely short it is, but playing feels like someone doing a last-minute project for a school. The music is extremely loud, all the enemies are the same, you die on one hit, and your attack are the size of a water bear's dick. Sounds great to me. There is no plot, I think. I guess it's a dream of a cat going on an adventure, punching overly anxious ghosts to get some boat or something. I mean, come on, man. What have these ghosts ever done to you? Whenever someone talks about a game running off a shoelace engine, this is what I assume they mean. I mean, I don't think the ghosts have a movement mechanic. I actually genuinely think they move by shaking, which I'll give props to. That is a very unique mechanic that I'm sure you just placed in there. The only issue is that your cut attack is extremely small to hit on any of these guys. I think the ghosts actually move farther than your attacks can reach them. And not to mention that if any ghost touch you, you just die and you have to start over again. Which would be annoying if this game was any longer than it is. Because after you get this boat in a weird platformer section that I'm sure was put in here as a requirement for Game Jam, you can now cross the water that was in the beginning and you finish the game. Sorry if you're seeing this, you're probably done everything in the What does the sign say? That's it, sorry. You know, I don't think you see it, but there's like a thing right there. That's an icon that says, that's it, sorry. Sorry. So yeah, that's about it. Honestly, this one's just another joke game. The only issue from this compared to the last one was that the last game felt more like a game than this one. I give it some respect as I too have done last minute projects before, but I was getting frustrated dying to the ghosts every time I decided to fight one. So then I decided not to fight them, and then I literally speedrun the game. For what it was worth, yes, it's alright. I guess I would give this game 2 out of 5 buff cats. The next game I would play is Blackjack, Legend of the Three Eggs. I like that Blackjack is shown to be handwritten, but the subtitle is written in text. So this one's an obvious baby's first game type of game. The characters look like they're from a 10-year-old's DeviantArt account, all hand-drawn and generic anime tropes that would stick with every impressionable kid back in the day. I should know, because I was one of them. And honestly, I'll be nice and say that there really is a lot of effort put into this game. I don't know if the person who made this was a kid or not when they did this, which I hope they were, but I'll give them credit that there is heart in this one at least. However, for everything else, the game is unbearably hard to play. And not because it's a hard game, no. The game is hard because the game has very similar issues to the last one. So, before that, I'm gonna give you a quick rundown of the plot. There are 3 rabbit kingdoms that celebrate these eggs, but the Hare King, king of the hares, wants the eggs. So he starts a fight, tricks the rabbits during the fight, and steals the egg. You, the kingdom's super knight, must stop the Hare King, king of the hares, and get back the eggs. Cool, so straight to the gameplay. You have 3 buttons to fight. You have a sword, shield, and your fairy friend that throws metal carrots or something. Now here's the issue. The sword is useless. If the attack from the last game was the size of a water bear's dick, then this thing is the size of a quark stick. Enemies are more likely to hit you than your own sword hits them, which all they need to do is just touch you and you just lose like 4 hearts. And God forbid, for whatever reason, if they are stuck on you, you just start draining health. Not to mention the worst part about the sword is that it can't even break any pots! Why can I not break the pots with my sword? The most important thing in a Zelda game is the ability to break the pot, and you can't break them with your sword? And if there is, I never found a way to do so. You're better off throwing a carrot at it, and pretty much everything else in this game. The carrots are busted, and for some reason I think the creator knows that too, because they added enemies that are immune to the carrots and literally just explode because f*** you, I guess. Oh my god! This all comes together at the big fight at the end as well. Once you storm the castle of the Hare King, king of the hares, we see that the man's already been beaten by an orc. I don't know who they are, and I didn't even know there were orcs in this world, but I guess there is. There's not a lot to this game, so you're not missing much. And for the love of God, this was an annoying fight. Oh my god! Here is where I also discovered the game just shoots you back to the beginning of each level when you die, and you have the longest death animation in existence. Oh my god. If it's gonna take me all the way back to the end, I'm gonna flip. Hello? No! You can literally emulate the entirety of Tears of the Kingdom, get arrested by Nintendo, serve your sentence, and still have enough time to do it over again. I didn't want to spend too much time on this game for the other games on this list, and I really don't want to stay frustrated over a dumb game. But after dying a few times, I really didn't want to keep playing this one. Couldn't the boss need you to hit her like 3 gazillion times while you only need to be hit like 3 times? I knew I wasn't gonna gain much from trying to win this fight, so I kinda stopped there and accepted getting my ass railed by an orc. I'm pretty sure the end was after this fight, so I can say I've had enough of this one. The only thing I can say about this game I didn't go over was that there was this weird section before the last level where you can help the creator playtest something, which so happened to be a random boss fight with this dude, but it randomly turns into a turn-based RPG that I had no idea what I was doing. I think it was some kind of rock, paper, scissors type of fight where you gotta guess what they were gonna do or something. But I literally just started pushing random buttons in the middle of the fight and I just won. Then I got like 5,000 rupees that I never knew what was for, as I never discovered a shop of any kind. I guess it was to make me feel better or something. There isn't a lot when it comes to this game, but that's understandable for what it was. But so far, this one was the most frustrating out of the 3. Simply because it was too janky to play sometimes. I think the creator knew this but didn't know how to change it and instead just made it harder to not make the game seem easy. Truth be told, I'm not gonna shit on it more than I already have, as, like I said, this seemed to be more like a kid's first attempt to make a game. And if it is, I can tell that they put a good amount of effort into this. Getting past the art, I can tell this person wanted to do something with their OCs, and I say it's pretty good. Hopefully they evolved at this point. I hope. But I give this 2 eggs out of 5. So this one is one of the shorter ones, and honestly, I kind of enjoyed myself with it. Kind of. This one is more of an engine test type of demo, but god is this one f***ing broken. I can also move the arrow keys, that's weird. So do I... Oh, that is weird, okay. I think I enjoyed this one more for how busted it was. Like, I wanted to talk to an NPC, and I forever froze them in time, like the true hero of time that I am. Oh no, I got him stuck in a perpetual loop. I broke reality. Oh my god, what the fuck? What is wrong? Bro, what is wrong with your knees? Not only that, but we also have the ability to walk through walls and the inability to walk outside. Link being the only one with a working face and simply touching a chest just ends the game then and there, only for it to just soft lock too. Really, the only thing you can do in this game is run around, jump, and slap enemies in the face. And I am not joking about that last part too. I love that smack! It's the slap that does it. The sound effect they use to hit an enemy is slapping them. And for whatever reason, I enjoyed that the most. The hitbox on me specifically seemed really off, but I guess I would have died multiple times if it was normal. You unfortunately cannot cut grass, as that might have blown up the game if it had to run that much animation. But nothing much else from this one. I'll give it 2 out of 5 slaps. There is literally nothing for this game. I'm actually surprised that this one wasn't a bait game to install a virus into my computer, because there is literally nothing but walking in this one. Oh my god. This is it. We found it. We found perfection. Oh, you can't move sideways. Is this it? Oh no. Turn blue. Maybe if we just keep walking, we'll find something. Maybe we'll find the real game. Or it's literally nothing. I really don't know the reason why this was uploaded to play. I guess just because. But when the only object in the game besides yourself is a tree and a field of pure emptiness, maybe this really is the future of Zelda. Oh wait, the tree isn't even real! At least I found the tree again. Oh, and it's not even a real tree! What? He didn't even put any collisions on this. 1 out of 5 fake trees. The Adventure of Not Lunk. You can't have a fan game video without showing an RPG Maker game. I didn't spend too much time on this game simply because it was just another joke game, but it was also a lot slower than the other ones. And not because I died to the boss and forgot to save or anything. That's dumb. What the hell? You are not Lunk, and have been asked to save all of Hyrule from evil and stop somebody. This game is filled with your very bare-bone RPG Maker mechanics. The whole game is just one long Zelda and JRPG joke. Minato's house? Oh, yo, look at him! Look how beautiful. Oh my god, that's what you call one hell of a husbando. The houses are literally the same. There is no clear goal, and if there is anything worth it at the end, I really couldn't find it. Maybe if I were to have the time to play it more, I would have put more effort into it. But as of now, this one's simply here to laugh at how dumb JRPGs and the Zelda CDI games were. I give this one 2 out of 5.
You dare bring light to my lair? You must die!
Now, this one I'm actually surprised I didn't get a virus from. Zelda 2 is a creepypasta game, and it plays just like your favorite Sonic.exe clones too. You simply walk one direction while seeing broken pixels on the way. I like the uneven gravestones. Bro, how do you change maps and still miss this fucking pixel line? I'm pissed. This one's an extremely short game, but ooh, they take your username to put on a gravestone because it's spoopy. The game is haunted, followed by some Russian text. Then you just fall to your death and see a very spoopy link appear. Oh no, it's in Russian too. My fault. Oh! I cannot speak Russian. Oh! So yeah, that was it. It's one of those like jump scare things. Now, give me a moment as I check my computer for a virus. Yeah, if you've seen one, you've seen them all. I give this one a 1 out of 5 Sonic.exes. We are not out of the horror games woods just yet. Kind of. The next one I would play is Spooky Woods. Ooh. So if the last two were like a generic RPG Maker game and a generic creepypasta game, then this one is your generic RPG horror game. But wait, this is about Zelda fan games. And you're right, this is. And that's what I thought when playing this game too. Except for some similar things to Zelda like the heart says your life, getting thrown back when hit, room layouts, and the movement, this seemed more like a generic horror RPG Maker game. But playing it, I guess it feels closer to Zelda. Funny enough, this one feels more like a complete game than the last ones, but I find myself enjoying this the least. It's just so boring. I guess that's the way to say it. Ugh, I'm getting so annoyed clipping on things. Ugh, this music's so unbearable. I think I would have a better time playing a piano with my cock and balls than this shit. The creator knew the style and mechanics they wanted, and of all the ones that I played, this one is the best looking one with the designs of their sprites, icons, and even the main menu screen. It's just not the best feeling one. The massive issue I had playing this game was that the game was very slow, clunky, confusing, and was so boring I was happy that it was a short game. And don't get me started about the cringy dialogue. You owe me some deets on the subject of the afterlife. You dingus. For someone alive, it can really be unfeeling most of the time. Come on, come. I hate this dialogue. Tell me what's new. What's news? I'm gonna. I hate this dialogue of the best Japanese creation. Also, that hurt. I didn't even read that, and that hurt like just seeing that. The dialogue feels dated and not at the same time, but my soul still cries in agony the more I read it. The story is that you're a random person getting lost in the woods and end up finding a ghost of a recently deceased girl. You decide to help her, I think, while getting out of the woods, with wolves, bats, and sentient wet paper towels getting in your way. Dude, these things look like used cum rags, what the hell? The thing is that the game has some neat concepts with getting messages as you progress conversations with the ghost, needing your flashlight to solve obstacle puzzles with limited battery, and the ability to overcharge your health. But the story, some of the rooms, and the clunkiness seems more like they want to castrate you than let you enjoy playing it. A good amount of the times, I just brute force my way through stuff, and most puzzles consist of getting out, shining a light on something, or survive. But the objective is to find keys and to get out while becoming closer to the ghost. But as you're ready to get the last key, your new friend decides that she wants to kill you, and your goal is to run through the whole map avoiding her, where the clunkiness really shows itself. Really? It's the clipping! Oh my god! Oh my god, the clipping! This part really gets me close to making my own ghost, simply because the ghost can go through objects while you can't. So if you somehow find yourself stuck between a wall or an enemy, you might as well call the police because this bitch is assaulting you. But after literally brute forcing my way through and learning that you can stun her in the dark with your flashlight, we escape the spoopy woods. Here we talk to the ghost one last time to see the reason why she never departed. It was because she never got her package, but the service is so good, they could deliver it to the afterlife. Feeling satisfied, the ghost leaves us behind, and we go on living our boring lives. And the game ends there. I'm sure there's a second ending if you never talk to her, but I'm not willing to play it again to find out. Hell, I even skipped the dialogue at the end just to finish it quicker. But overall, I was really bored with this game. I just wanted to end it sooner rather than later. There was some nicely designed stuff, but everything else just made it drag on for too long. Including when at no point did I really feel the Legend of Zelda in this one. 2 out of 5 used paper towels. I would give it a lower score, but it looked well done enough to not drop it into the deepest parts of hell where it belongs. But feeling unsatisfied with the game not really feeling like Zelda enough, I decided to play one more game to make up for that. And here's what I got! This is The Adventures of Alvis. So far looking like another baby's first game type of deal. The game did try to make me download something extra for it, but it looked extremely sus, but it never stopped me from playing it. So yeah. Besides that, the overworld looks fine, including that it's an 8-year-old game. Everything looks all cute and nothing seems very bad. Slaves! Slave? Wait, hold up. Wait a minute, I thought it was a cute little game. Why are there slaves in this? Oh no, that's good for my mental health. So you play as Alvis as we go on one big adventure. What kind of adventure? I don't know. The game just kind of drops you in and hopes that you learn things on your own. There are some cool things in the overworld, like putting your mouse over a spot in the world and changing it into a new shape. I never discovered what to do next afterwards, but I thought it was really neat. You go into these buildings and it turns into something similar to the Zelda Game Boy games. You can even fight animals! Oh, okay. Oh. What? 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 Wait, what? Wait, what? What is happening? What? Ah, yes, there it is. I don't know if this is because I need to download the thing or whatever, which I never did. But when you die, you just kind of soft lock. It sounds like you did restart from the music changing after pushing some buttons, but you're always stuck on here. And don't get me started on the combat, because I have no idea how to play it. It's like an RPG where you charge up an attack and hit them while the enemy just kind of drains your health like a malnourished vampire. You can, I guess, defend yourself and maybe heal yourself, but I have no idea how to. I learned that you just need to click on the mouse button to attack, and the longer you let it charge, the stronger the attack is. But that's about it. You can find items in the buildings from before, but it automatically equips to yourself, putting a theory that you have no main menu in the game into my head. But I was too afraid to push anything to find out, in fear of getting a virus, crashing the game, or literally just ending it. It seems like there's some puzzles in this, but I've never figured out how to drop a cow. How do I put cow? How do I put cow? And you can find some items that don't tell you how to use them. I pressed the space button after getting a candle. I somehow started a forest fire. At some point, I would end up in the next area and, okay. Wait, whoa, 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 whoa! Out of bounds trick already, boys. Let's speedrun this. Is it? No, bro. Yeah, the game is starting to show itself a bit here. I didn't take myself much further ahead in the game, as I walked into a building, got sucked off by a ghost to death, and softlocked again. At this point, I realized that it might not have been worth continuing it from here. There were some cool looking things in there, and the design looked really good despite how simple and generic it looked. The massive issue is that I never really learned how to do anything. I guess it's to make it feel more like you have to discover it on your own like a real adventure. But the fear of softlocking and starting over really hinders me from doing that. But overall, I would give this game 2 out of 5 malnourished vampires. And that was every Zelda fan game I decided to play in fear of vaporizing my computer. All in all, I would say that I actually did enjoy playing these, somewhat. And it really opened my eyes to that maybe we really should leave game development to the professionals. Nah. There are some neat ideas in some of these games I've played, and there are some games that I skipped over that looked great. Games like Fallen Kingdom, Legend of Princess, and this awesome game I discovered while looking through Game Jolt, The Other Hero, are actually really well-designed games that run really well. It's just that I really wanted to shit on these ones specifically. So, in all, I actually enjoyed my time playing these, showing that inspiration really can take you really far if you know what you're doing and willing to put in the effort for it, as these games seem to show, no matter how stupid, annoying, and frustrating they were. Did it satisfy me enough to not get Tears of the Kingdom? Hell no! Unless one of these games can give me nothing but Thick Daddy Ganon, I will never be satisfied enough until I do. But until then, I guess this is something I can do. Well, that's about it for this video. I hope that it was enjoyable. Maybe I'll do another game series with bad fan games. Or just post cut reactions of live streams like everyone else is doing now. Hopefully you all enjoyed this video, and if not, then tell me, so I may improve my work for you guys. But until then, I hope all of you like, comment, and subscribe for the next video. Maybe I'll make another video similar to this one. But until then, I do hope all of you stay safe.